Right, welcome guys to your third week and your fourth week of the Incredible You program. Here we are going to have integrated power coding. Okay, this is what we're going to learn. But before I start, I would like to ask you, have you people memorized your very good state?
Yes.
Suparna and Kumar?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And what about the baselines? That I've
Yeah.
asked, that I've asked pretty many times. And what about your journal activities that I told you about? Have you done your journal
Yeah, we
activities?
did. We did.
Done.
Okay, great, wonderful. Now let's start our second, this third week that we are going to do. And this is like the first part that we did was the inner DNA, finding out about our inner DNA. Okay, now this second thing that we are discussing in the third and the fourth week is about integrated power coding. How are you people, you have to understand now, how are you being coded, and you're going to be now become aware of the negative coding. You might have never been aware of how you are negatively coded. And this is basically what is, stopping you from going ahead. So I'll just read a few things from the manual. And what is IPC, or what is integrated power coding? The Incredible You program, it works deep in your mind to shift the blockages that prevent you from moving ahead. Okay, integrated power coding is basically a process that helps you understand how you have been coded and how to remove the negative coding that you may not have been aware of. And over time, your thoughts, they become codes, and these codes are the meaning that you give to the world you live in. Like baselines, your coding motivates you, inspires you, and even crushes you. So you integrate your codes without even realizing it. They will be collected over time from your family, friends, social media, TV, and from your experiences. It is usually easier to change a code than it is dramatically or radically, it is easy to change a code than it is radically to change a baseline. Like, you cannot change a baseline, but you can change a code. Because what is a code? A code is basically a result of interpreting an event or a situation at a specific point in time. So you can change the way you interpret a situation, but you cannot change your core quality, right? Your core quality are your baselines that you cannot change, but the interpretation that you're having with an event, that can be changed over time. You can look at it in a different way. So for example, I'll just tell you, you can turn to your page number this about types of fundamental codes. And I would like you to read, there are two types of power codes that you have in your head. One is the N code, the other is the E code. The N code means negative codes, and the E code means empowering codes. So you can say positive codes or empowering codes. So, okay, now I would like one of you, Suparna, can you read the first one, the N codes?
Yes. So N codes, these codes usually end up with an answer or a statement that makes you feel awful. For example, I can never do anything right. Everyone is always against me. And if you were coded this way, you would feel awful. Definitely. I can correlate because sometimes I always have this commentary in my head that, I can never do things in good time. So I understand what is N codes.
Exactly. So any codes that are making you feeling awful, so I can never do this right, you're always wrong, you always do this, Noreen, what is this happening? You're always late, you're always always, and all the negative things that's going on. These are all the negative codes that is accumulating inside of you. What are E codes, Kumar?
Yeah, these codes usually end up with an answer or statement that is empowering and gives you strength. Example, I am strong enough to always find a way. I never quit because I am a winner.
So anything that gives you strength, that is an E code. I'm a winner,
Yeah.
I am powerful, I am a champion, I am, my best version, I am whatever gives you strength is what is a E code. Now, the majority of these people, they have no idea how they are coded. Okay, and they don't have a clue what's running in their background. So, and basically this E code and N code is basically giving you direction of your life. And we define our codes, we have to define these codes and we have to eliminate the encodes from our mind so that we can move ahead. If you have a clear idea of your baselines, but you don't have a clear idea of your coding, what happens is the result is that, you know, you do not know why the things that are happening, you know, why the things are not working out. And you will have mood swings, you will have angry outbursts, you will have depression, you will even have depression. So these are the kind of things, you know, if your baselines and codes, they're not aligned, then you can try as hard as you can. You'll be working hard for the rest of your life, but nothing is going to stay permanent. Okay, so this is like, you know, a really thing that people don't understand, but just knowing your core quality is not enough. Also, you have to know how you're coded inside, and you have to remove the negative coding. Now, I'll give you some examples. You can see on page events that changed everything. And over there, you can see there are examples given. As a child, you will experience these events and your beliefs are going to be formed. Those beliefs are basically your codes. For example, I would like you to read the first one, Suparna. Defining moment.
Okay, so defining moment, Ravi's brother shouted at him in front of his friends. Code formed. He formed the belief that his brother will always embarrass him in front of his friends and other acquaintances.
Right.
Yeah, so I can correlate.
Yeah, so the defining moment is that Ravi has shouted. And what is the code that has formed? That his brother, my brother always embarrasses me.
Yeah.
Basically, this is an N code or a E code?
N code.
Kumar?
Yeah, that is encode.
Yeah, okay. Let's go to the next one, the second example. Okay, would you like to read it?
Yeah. Defining moment is Sheila's teacher shouted at her in school for doing the homework wrong. She called Sheila is an idiot. The
What do you
code formed
think?
is, this is negative coding, I think.
Again, N code. Okay, let's come to a positive one. The third one. Can you read the third one?
Yeah. Despite bad results, John's father praised him for the efforts he put in for his final exams. Code formed is, he now made a decision to increase his efforts even more and make his dad proud. This is a positive coding.
So this is a positive code. So you see, empowering code. This is an E code, right? So in one case, you know, he is forming the belief that this person is, you know, he will always embarrass me. He always does this. This is a negative code. It's not giving you strength. It's pulling you down. And the second case where we did about the John's father praising him for the efforts, this is now he is putting in even more effort, that my dad really cares about me, and you know, he now made a decision to increase. I'm going to now increase my efforts and make my dad proud. So that is an E code that is giving you strength. So this is how, you know, once the defining moment, you know, these were the two defining moments that we discussed and we saw the examples. Once these defining moments are formed, usually people have around 6 to 8, you know, defining moments in their life, most adults. Okay, and every event, it is not the intensity of the event that is important. Okay, it's not the intent, it's the meaning that you assign to that event that forms the belief and the coding in your mind. Okay, so for example, like once you have formed the code, like for example, Ravi's brother shouted at him. So once you form that code, now you are going to collect evidence. Every time that Ravi's brother shouts, his mind is now collecting evidence. See, I know. He will always shout, he'll always embarrass me. He will always embarrass me. He will always embarrass me. So now your mind starts collecting evidence. Okay. And this is like, you know, a code is like a seed in your head. You plant a seed in your head. That's a small seed. That's a code that sets in. Now you start watering it. See, I was saying, if it's an N code, you will, it will be a, you know, a negative seedling that will start growing. Okay. And if it is a positive seed, it will be a empowering, a strengthening seed that will start growing. So you will have to like see how you are going to water it. you should take out whatever is an encode from inside your head. You should not, you should identify, this is what our aim is, identify the encode and sort of remove it. Okay, so now we are going to have this activity, and about this activity, I'll tell you, this is letting go and holding on. Your clients will think of the past events of their lives, okay, both positive and negative. You will have to think about at least, 2 negative and 3 positive events. And you will have to, write down what was your defining moment and how, what was the code that was formed. So you will take 5 events of your life, 2 positive and 3 positive and 2 negative. Okay, so you think about that. I'll give you time, and then we'll come and debrief on that. Okay, is it clear? Is it understood? What do you have to do? Okay, I'll just give you, we'll just discuss examples of defining moments and codes as well. And the same thing, I can give you a little bit of my example as well. Like, for example, when I was, 8 years old, I was in this, this dodging car. So I was in this dodging car, and I got, we slammed into this other dodging car, and my head just, touched the, banged in front of the place that was in front, and it just got cut, my lip got cut inside. So I was like very much, bleeding inside here in the mouth. And that gave me a fear of dodging cars. I made a code. I'm never sitting in the dodging cars again. This is very dangerous. Dodging cars are very dangerous and you can get hurt. So that was the end code that was formed in my head. A positive code that I would say defining moment would be that there was a teacher who actually did not, trust me enough. She was saying that, you may be an engineer, but over here we work with experience. So then I understood that, okay, that means that she's not ready to help me, and I need to rely on myself. So that became a positive code for me, that, okay, I'm going to rely on myself. So the event could be negative, but it's the way that you interpret, it's the code that you derive from it. I derived a positive code from that event, that, okay, I have to become self-reliant then. Nobody is going to help me. This teacher is not going to help me. This is my first year, but this teacher is not going to help me because she has some apprehensions. She feels that I'm an engineer and I might go ahead. So I have to rely on myself. So the code that I got was, I have to rely on myself. So that became a positive code for me. So you see how it works?
Yes.
So now I would give you time, and we'll list down 5 major events from your life, 3 positive and 2 negative. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, welcome back to this. Now, let me, your defining moment we were discussing. I would ask 1 positive defining moment and 1 negative defining moment, and the other person can correlate, right? Who is going to share which one? The positive defining moment?
I will share positive defining moment.
Yeah, Kumar, share. What
Yeah,
was
when I
your,
was
you can read through your, whatever you've written. My defining moment was, how old were you?
Yeah, I'm at 10 years old, and my father is with me. And one day what I did is, I have a passion of coloring everything. So I broke one paint bottle on the road. Okay, my father saw this, and he scolded me and told me to clean all the bottle pieces, broken pieces and all, and clean the road. Then he explained me. By the time I went down on the road, and one vehicle came and it got punctured and he fell down, all this happened. So I realized that it should not be done by me. So my father told, don't do this one, it will hurt everyone. So from that day onwards, I decided myself that not to hurt anyone, and I have to care everyone, whoever it is.
So what did you tell yourself at that time? You told, this should not be done this way.
Yeah, I will not do again this type of things.
Right. And what would have happened if what would you have wanted to happen? Like something did not turn out your way. What would have happened if you wanted it to be better? What would you have done?
Yeah, I should not do this kind of which hurts people and which damages things. I should not
Be more
doing
careful,
that.
maybe.
Yeah, careful, and I should care for others who are also going on that way, right? It's not me who spoiled, who damaged it.
Right. So
And
this
that
is
person
this
also
is the
got
learning
hurt.
basically you did. So you're learning. What was the E code that finally formed from this?
I'm more compassionate, and when I give more love, I'll receive more.
Okay. And how does this this positive belief, holding on to this positive belief, how is it important for you, and how will it make your life better?
It improves my relationships with others, and it will give great satisfaction to me.
Okay, great, wonderful. So round of applause for Kumar. Wonderful. Okay, Suparna, a negative defining moment.
Okay, so I was probably around 25 or 26, and I was learning driving, and with an instructor, a driving instructor next to me in the learning vehicle. And a girl suddenly decided, I was driving at a slow speed. She suddenly came, she decided to cross the road, came in front of me. I kind of banged into her because I was also not sure whether she's coming. So anyways, people collected, and I was going to apologize, but then, so they were all saying, if you don't know how to drive, why are you learning? Or you will never be able to learn how to drive, and this thing, all those things. So that time I told, what did I tell myself? Then I told myself that I'll never be able to learn how to drive. Like everybody else can learn, but I am not able to learn. And what would I have wanted to happen? I would have obviously wanted not to, hit that girl. I mean, I don't know whether it was her mistake or my mistake, whatever. I was at that speed of 20. And what great thing I learned from this event was that I think I should not have given up. I gave up on the idea of learning driving at that point in time. I think I should not have given up on the driving, because what encode I've been carrying is that.
What is the negative belief that you adopted from all this, and what is stopping you from excelling now?
I have adopted the negative belief that everybody else is independent. They can drive, and I can never learn to do it. I can never learn to get my driving right. And how it is stopping me from excelling is because I'm always dependent upon my driver, or if I have the driver, or my husband, or any other person who knows how to drive to take me from here to there, or a cab, or whatever. Means I don't feel independent. Yeah.
So basically, you're saying that, okay, now if you get rid of this negative belief that I can never drive, getting rid of this negative belief, how will it make your life better?
Obviously, if I get rid of this negative belief, then I'll feel more independent, because I'll be my own person to take me wherever I have to go. I'll be more confident. I'll be more independent. Yeah.
You're going to then start.
I'll become more. I'll learn driving, perhaps again rejoin, and again, get the confidence back, because not necessarily what happened that time would happen again. I'll be more confident. Yeah, that's what.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Invincibles, thank you so much. It was a great learning, I hope, for you people in this defining moment. And give yourself a round of applause for a job well done. Let's move on.